Hello there, Charizard for the win here,
I'm a friend.
and we're going to talk about Arrow.
Yeah.
Season 2.
Two.
We talked about first season last season,
Yay.
and season 2 just wrapped up. So, it was pretty good. That's overall.
Yeah.
Okay, review done. No.
No, it was actually, I don't know, I think it was probably better than the first season.
Really? I don't know.
No, it's like, okay, this is just what I think. Okay, season 1 had a really good, setup and stuff, but season 2, shit got real, and it was much more awesome.
I think they did a lot. They did, they upped the stakes and stuff, and they did a good job doing that.
They upped the stakes.
You know what I mean. They raised the stakes.
The ante could never be higher.
Okay, shut up. So yeah, I think this was a good season for the most part. Starts out pretty regular. Why did it even start? I don't even know. That was a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
That's the main thing. I think the problem with Arrow is there's 23 episodes in a season, and it doesn't need that many to tell the story. So a lot of them feel kind of like filler.
But the main story is that Slade Wilson is back.
He's back.
And he becomes Deathstroke, and it's awesome.
Yeah, and they make him a really cool villain.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to say. For the first bit of this, for most of the season, they have Sebastian Blood.
Sebastian Blood.
Who becomes Brother Blood in the comics and stuff like that. He isn't really that main of a villain of anyone. But anyways, he's running for mayor, and all this stuff happens, and there's a lot of really not that important subplots and stuff that go on. Because Arrow, it has all these a lot of characters, and it is kind of hard to follow. Who's even this guy? Sometimes. As long as you're watching every single episode, you should be fine. If they had less episodes, then this wouldn't be as big a thing. But I think that's just the main, in Sebastian Blood, he's kind of a coolish villain, but in the end, he doesn't really do that much because Slade ends up being the main villain, and Slade is a really good villain.
He does introduce the Mirakuru, kind of.
Yeah,
the Mirakuru is a big part of this too.
Yeah,
so basically,
it's a serum that gives people super strength, basically, and so I kind of like that because the first season was realistic Arrow. Yeah. But this one's you know what? Comic book stuff. Why not? Because
they even say they're it's super strength, in comic books stuff.
they
because we're real.
And then even Flash shows up in the season eventually, but not really. Just Barry Allen. And
Flash is getting a show right now.
Yeah, Flash is getting a show, so that'll be kind of cool. I think.
Yeah.
But okay, one thing about this season is I think it suffers from what I like to call Justice League Unlimited syndrome. And that is, the first season was successful. Let's throw in as many DC characters as we can. just because.
I thought that was Young Justice syndrome.
No, but Unlimited came out before.
Oh.
Young Justice also suffers from that. The first season.
Yeah.
Oh, this was good. We did a good job developing
I thought it was good that they
our
had
main characters. Let's introduce every DC character in the next season. Yeah.
Okay, so in Arrow season 1, I don't think they had enough characters.
They had a lot of characters. They were just all boring.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It was just Tommy and his father, and Laurel and her father, and her mother.
Yeah, it's there are
and
people
this character, and their cousin, and their brother,
what I'm saying
and their uncle.
No, what I'm saying is that they do have all these characters and stuff. It's just that the ones that are supposed to be superheroes aren't superheroes yet.
Yeah.
And
they just didn't do as much superhero things in that season.
No, Oliver.
They're just kind of regular people. That's why it was.
Where this one Oliver and Merlin are the only super people.
Where this one you got Black Canary, which I think is an obvious choice to do.
Yeah, Black Canary. So you got Black Canary.
Yeah,
they start setting up stuff with Speedy.
Yeah, and Speedy more is in this season as well. I did like when Black Canary was first introduced. It's who even is she and stuff, and she had a sonic thing
that broke glass.
That could break glass and stuff like that, which was cool. It's okay, so it's a electronic device. Okay, so that's a realistic version of her powers. That's solved.
Yay!
And then she uses it once more, and then that's it. So
that's fine though.
It's okay. It's just I don't know. Black Canary, the first thing I think, is that one chick who has that screaming power.
Who hangs out with Green Arrow.
Yeah.
With fishnet stockings.
Which and like I think her costume's good actually because like
oh yeah.
And she wears like a wig and like a small mask and stuff, but it is actually kind of hard to tell exactly who she is
because it's like it's got like the
and if you just
thing.
and if it was and if it was like dark out or whatever, you probably wouldn't get that
and if someone's wearing black, then
but like in the comics, usually Black Canary like is just like, oh yeah, I'm Black Canary, like, so I'm just fighting crime. But like here, she has more like actually trying to hide who she is, which I think is good. A little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Arrow actually got a mask in this season instead of putting on paint.
Yeah,
that was good.
I like that. I like the.
Yeah, the Flash made him a mask because he's like, you need a mask, and he's like, my paint is fine, and then he's like, no, here's your mask. It's like he made you this or whatever. He's like, fine, I'll wear it. It's like, look, turns out if people take off my hood, they can't tell who I am. Thanks, Barry.
No, perfect. My eyes are completely covered. No one will be able to tell who I am.
It's like, no, hood and mask is fine.
I think it's...
Yeah. Well, anyways, Barry Allen was like in like 2-3 episodes. 2 or 3 episodes. Anyways, he got struck by lightning and a bunch of chemicals fell on him, and now he's in a coma.
Which is cool because that's basically the Flash.
No. What else? No, what else happened is that there was a shockwave from a particle accelerator that hit him into a lightning bolt, and he's gonna be the Flash basically.
He just kind of showed up. Like it wasn't really that. It was just to introduce the Flash show because it wasn't like he's the main character. Oh, and that character's doing well. Let's give him his own show. It's like we want to do a Flash show, so we're gonna put him in a couple episodes of Arrow.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's just,
so that's just like a couple more like filler type episodes. I'm just thinking
like,
more about like
we're gonna see more of it in the Flash show that comes out. It's not really has much to do with the season of Arrow.
But like you're saying, like it's like a lot of episodes like probably feel like filler episodes. With like a lot of other TV shows, like I'm assuming that like Criminal Minds, I'm assuming that there's no big story arc. Like
there might be. I don't know. I haven't seen Criminal Minds.
Well, I've seen some Criminal Minds, and it really doesn't. Each episode is its own story, and it never feels like it's amounting to anything.
Oh, okay.
So I'm glad that it's not shit like that.
Well, yeah. See, Arrow, it does have like a overarching story for the season. Yeah. And just because there's like 23 episodes, it feels like it takes forever for that story arc to get anywhere.
Yeah, so maybe if they
had a shorter season, I think this show would probably be perfect.
Yeah, it'd probably be better.
I think that's like the main thing, and that's like there's not much you can do about that. They're like, oh, you get to do 23 episodes or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what they do, and that's just kind of the way they have to arrange it.
Yeah, but they have some more interesting ideas, like he stopped killing people.
Yeah, I think that was good.
That was cool because
in the first season he just kills people and stuff.
Because when Tommy died, he's like, "Oh well, Tommy thought I was like remembered me as a murderer, and I don't want to be that person anymore." Because killing is not the answer.
And it does make sense. It's more like Arrow from the actual comics, which is a lot of what this season does as well.
That's why he doesn't have the boxing glove Arrow.
More things from the comics.
So good.
That would be fun.
That would be really funny.
Or like it doesn't have to be a boxing. It just could just be like I don't know, just like a brick. Or something.
Molded my hand into a fist and put it into an arrow.
No, it's just like a brick on an arrow. And
no. He cuts off someone's hand and sticks it into an arrow and then fires it. But he gets like the elastic bands or whatever. That's for like lobsters, so it stays a fist.
Oh, what was that?
Oh!
It was the fists of all my enemies. What were we even talking about? Oh yeah, okay.
He doesn't kill people.
Yeah, how he doesn't kill people. I like that because in the first season it kills people, and then this one it's like, you know what? I think I
should question my morals.
Well.
Become a better person.
Killing people is generally bad, so I think that's a good idea. That maybe that's not the best way to do things. Maybe we should try not killing people. And there's even a few situations where he does end up having to kill people, which I think is kind of cool too.
Like there's there's like that one time where I think someone has like Felicity.
They have that one villain, and then he's like, "Oops, I gotta shoot him."
And then he just shot him with like 3 arrows, and it's like boom, 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 you're dead.
It's like, there, problem solved. See, the thing with that is that actually solves the problems a lot faster than.
And she's like, you had to do it, so don't be mad or whatever.
But like,
it's like,
but like not.
Wait, that's when they brought back Vertigo. That was weird. That's pretty early.
The Count Vertigo guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really liked that one-time villain.
I thought it was cool they didn't in the Vertigo episode season 1 he fought without a bow for like one part. Because he was like on the drugs, so he couldn't shoot straight. It's like, I don't need a bow, and they just beat people.
But that's the first season. Okay, you know what's dope? I thought about that. I remember he like was just like throwing arrows at people. It's like, okay, you can't use a bow, but you could like perfectly throw an arrow at someone. How?
It's okay if I miss because it's a hand arrow.
That's way harder. If you're
stabbing people with arrows, that makes
if he was just doing this, that'd be fine.
He was just shivving them with an arrow.
That's not what shivving looks like.
This is what shivving, like...
Okay, stop.
Is this what shivving looks like?
Just stop.
I'll show you shivving!
I'll show you an edge of my belt.
That guy wants to nerd hipster. Tell me what's what.
Okay,
Off top.
Okay, Summer Glau was in this season, which I liked because I like anyone who's from Firefly.
Oh yeah, they also had Simon.
And Sean Meyer. Is it Sean Meyer? Is that the right
I don't know his name. I'm just like, look, it's Simon and River, and they're on Arrow.
Firefly also showed up, so that was cool.
So they had River and Simon.
I think he died or something.
No, he died. He died in a fiery car crash.
He didn't really do anything. But
the irony, his name was Shrapnel.
Was his name Shrapnel?
Yeah.
Is that what actually happened?
Yes.
That's stupid. What was the point of it?
He was doing a Suicide Squad thing.
Yeah. See, the Suicide Squad's even in this season. It's like, why? They only showed up for like 3 episodes.
Oh yeah, I think it's fine that they brought Deadshot back.
No, Deadshot's fine. He was already a character in the show.
Oh yeah.
But like, we need to do the Suicide Squad because why not?
Shrapnel died in a fiery car crash. I don't know why I find that so funny.
One thing I do think is cool is they mention the League of Assassins throughout the series.
Oh yeah.
And they kind of show up every once in a while.
Yeah, they show up in the season finale.
Black Canary was like part of the League of Assassins.
The League.
And they mentioned Ra's al Ghul as well, or Ra's al Ghul.
They call him Ra's and Raz.
He goes by both names apparently.
Yeah.
And I like that we don't see him at all this season because I don't know, it's kind of cool.
It's funny if Malcolm Merlin's like, I am Rachel.
Yeah, and Malcolm Merlin was part of it.
Oh yeah, Malcolm Merlin comes back.
And he comes back. Surprise!
It's pretty funny actually, because like Moira or whatever, she's like walking to her car and then like the taxi driver or whatever, he gets like shot in the chest with an arrow, and then she's like, where'd that come from? And he's like, hi, Moira, and he's just standing there. He's like wearing a suit though, but he still has his bow, and it's weird. It's like, hi, Thea's my daughter.
Yeah. So let's talk more about this like spoiler. So, he's back, big surprise. He doesn't really do much until the end. It's like, Thea's his daughter, and then
he's gonna take her on an adventure.
And then okay. I have to talk before that. We have to talk about the love hexagon.
It's actually not that bad though. Like
it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Because the first season they had a love triangle, and they're like, let's take it one step farther. Make Oliver have a relationship with every female character in the show.
Yeah, he literally sleeps with every female character in the show.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, except for Felicity.
Except for Felicity, but they still have almost a kind of thing, but not really.
A relationship is really intellectual.
Okay. What was that from?
Everything. Her, The Big Bang Theory.
You sure that's from more than one thing? Okay, never mind.
I'm actually absolutely sure.
Okay. What? Okay, Felicity sort of had like a crush type thing on Oliver, which I guess that's fine.
And he looks so good without his shirt on.
But then they kind of go farther with it, and then Oliver's with Sarah, but he's also with Laurel. And
no, he's mostly with Sarah though. Laurel was like in rehab for most of the season.
Yeah, she was kind of annoying. I was hoping she was gonna die, but she didn't, which is too
bad. Okay. I'm gonna name my.
It's not done yet.
I want to do my Laurel analogy.
No, but okay. After. Okay, and then Oliver on the island, he was with Shadow, but then she gets killed by some guy.
He's with Sarah.
And then he's with Sarah, and then he's with
Oh, that was cool though. When,
and then he was with
yeah, basically Ivo,
Summer Glau,
that bad guy on the island. He's like, okay, so here's Sarah, and here's Shadow. You're gonna pick one.
You have to pick one. I'm gonna kill the other one.
And then he basically just jumped.
Like, I can't pick one. I love them both.
And then he's like, okay, then, and then he shot Shadow.
Yeah, but Oliver stepped in front of Sarah at the last time.
I thought that he shot Shadow just because he liked Sarah, because Sarah was on his boat or whatever.
No, he's like, oh, Oliver's like, I can't pick one. And then he's like, well,
you've made your choice,
I'm just gonna shoot one, and then
this is Burger King. You have it your way.
And then he steps in front of the Sarah, and then
the Burger King
Shadow gets shot.
And
then that's what makes Slade want to kill Oliver and stuff for most of the season.
But what's cool is that it's not like
because Slade also likes Shadow because it's not a confusing mesh. It's not a love web yet. It has to be joining with the other characters.
No, but what I liked better is that he was mostly crazy though.
Yeah, because he had this
the Mirakuru in him, which is like the super strength stuff, but it makes you go crazy.
Yeah, but then it also makes you go crazy. So it was like, yeah, he's just insane. So it was okay.
But I bought it though.
Yeah, it wasn't. Like, I think it was like a better version of what Two-Face sort of was in The Dark Knight, where he's like, oh, my girlfriend died, so now I'm gonna kill some people, but like...
I'm gonna point at the people who are responsible, like Gordon's son.
I knew you were behind this, Gordon's son.
Then we'll see how loyal a hungry hyena really is.
Okay.
That's another story.
Okay, but like...
Shit, I'm out of bullets.
Like,
yeah,
and what does make him kind of cool, Slade as a villain, is he really goes after Oliver like towards the end of the season, and he's just fucking with him too. Like,
yeah,
he just does like all these like plays all these mind games,
and he also does the thing where it's like you have to choose or whatever. Mm-hmm. So it's like he's got his mom and his sister, and his mom's like, I'll die because I'm old, and then she gets
and then he chops.
They stabs her, and
then he's like, liar, and he chops her head off.
And then everyone's like,
no. We gotta shoot some more things. Quick, pull out the rocket launchers. We gotta blow up the walkers. Quick, get the minigun. Okay. We're really dumb, but what we were trying to say there is that unlike The Walking Dead, where they're just like, oh, let's kill off Herschel for no reason, this death made a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm. And then I look back and I just thinking about the episode, they like, cause she actually slept with Malcolm Merlin or whatever.
Yeah.
She was kind of in these trials or whatever.
Yeah, she was a lot.
And she was
hiding
secrets from all her her kids and stuff. But in that last episode, they really built her up as a good person.
Yeah.
And she actually died
right before she dies.
Yeah, no, but I thought that was good that she died a good person.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah, she kind of redeemed herself a little bit, or at least tried to.
She lived long enough to see herself become the villain, but then she died a hero.
Sort of.
It was well done. Let's just say that it was good.
It was good. I liked it. And then happened after that, Slade's all like, "There's still one person that has to die." And he kind of goes after Oliver, and he basically tries to take over the city with other people dressed like him.
That he injected with
Mirakuru. This plot is complicated. Yeah. Anyways, by the end, let's just talk about some of the stuff that happens at the last episode.
Yeah, last episode was really
had a lot of cool stuff at the end.
Yeah.
At the very end, Oliver's like, "No, I can't kill you." He just kind of ties him up with his webbing, and then he puts him in this jail cell that he hid underground on the island, which was a cool idea.
So it's so even if he breaks out, he's still trapped.
Yeah. Or he's like, then I can put more supervillains in there. Cause
you'll be in a padded cell forever.
Because we're going to have to fight more later on. And then, yeah, Roy kind of was Speedy finally, even though he never really learned how to use a bow, but he was somehow able to shoot.
Like, look at me, I got my red sweater, my red mask, and I don't know how to shoot a bow, but I can shoot a bow. Watch this, I can slap a bowl of water. That's super.
He only did that like
bowl
once.
Slap. His name should have been Bowl Slap.
Bowl Slap.
That was his superhero name.
Yeah. It's
Bowl
like
Slap.
It's the Arrow and his sidekick Bowl Slap. What else happened? Okay, then I kind of liked what happened. I kind of liked what happened with Thea. And she's like, oh, blah blah blah. I don't trust anyone because everyone lies to me about everything.
Because I'm an angsty teenager, but I actually also have a really good reason to be angsty.
But yeah, I have a pretty decent reason to be angsty. Anyways, I'm gonna go live with my illegitimate father or whatever. This guy who is a thing, and I'm gonna go be bad or something.
Oh yeah, and then Merlin's like. Moira never told you the truth about your father, and she's like, she told me enough. She told me you killed him. She's like, no, I am your father.
Yeah.
She's like, that's impossible. No, she's like, okay.
She's like, oh right,
Mom, how could you do this to me?
Why didn't you tell me, Ben? Why didn't you tell me? Anyways,
well, I told you part of the truth, but I twisted it with my words to make it the truth.
In a metaphor. I just told you a metaphor.
I just told you a silly metaphor to keep you occupied.
Because we didn't think of that awesome plot twist in the first movie, so we had to save it until the second one. And that is how you do movies. Good. Go to the Dagobah system. He just
throws down a smoke pellet
and disappears. That's what Obi-Wan does.
Yeah. Speaking of Arrow.
Anyways, Thea goes to do some bad guy things, maybe. She's like, I can't trust anyone. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's going to be badass. So I don't know, maybe she'll be a anti-hero / villain character in the next season.
Maybe she'll become Black Cat.
Maybe. Maybe she'll become...
You realize that's Marvel.
I know, but I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Yeah.
They probably don't even know what kind of characters...
Oh yeah, Summer Glau got her neck broken in the season finale.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that because it was so quick.
She's like, wait, no, and then the one person's like... He's like, this is what has to be done.
And then, what else happened? Oh yeah, Laurel's dad might be dead or something.
Yeah, he got knocked, like, he got thrown on the ground by one of the Mirakuru guys with the mask. One of Slade's Goonies, and he threw him on the ground, and he had internal bleeding, and it didn't really affect him until later. Mm-hmm. And now it's later, and he's, like, coughing up blood and shit, and he might be dead.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care if he dies or not. I was hoping Laurel would die, but she didn't, so that's too bad.
Yeah,
and Sarah is she going to the?
Oh yeah, she had because
the League of Shadows.
The League of Assassins they mercenaries, so they need to pay something. So she was just gonna go back with them.
All right, so that's gonna happen. That's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if she'll show up in the next season. Well, she will, but probably not be a main character.
I thought it was good. I
think it's good.
Yeah, it was really
I do like some of the setup for the next season.
Mm-hmm.
And it is like the main problem is just there's probably too many characters and a few too many episodes in the season. So there's a few filler episodes and a few characters that don't do anything.
In the Flash.
And I think that's a different show. So I'm good. That I'll give that a shot, and I think it'll probably be good because Arrow's pretty good.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
With an arrow.
And so that's pretty much it. I think.
That's pretty much it. That's a different...
I know, but it's just an easy phrase to say near the end of a video.
So, Eric, what's our next segue?
Speaking of...
You know what? I'm Mike, and I just hate everything. You know, you guys just suck, okay? Because you like things. Okay, you know what?
Okay, I love that show. Anyways, we're gonna end the thing now. Basically, Arrow Season 2 was pretty good.
I thought it was good.
Oh, I forgot to mention spoilers. We gave away the whole season. Now you know.
You can put that in the description and the title.
Who cares? Anyways,
spoilers!
That's the end of our video. Thanks for watching and subscribe. And we'll probably watch the next season or something.
Yeah.
The end.